Hi, family. IOBA. My name is TC. This is the Awareness Channel. I want to say thank you to all the positive comments that I get. I've been starting to dip down into my comment section a little bit, something that I never did before. And I really appreciate the new subscribers and the people who uh, who comment on my videos. I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for that. But here's what's happening. All right, here's what's happening. Um, y'all know that Donald Trump is in trouble again because some shit he did back in the day with his boy, Jeffrey Epstein. He in trouble again for some shit he did back in the day with his boy, Jeffrey Epstein. And he ain't handling it well. Donald Trump, listen, Donald Trump ain't handling that shit well at all. You know? They straight asked that motherfucker, Donald Trump, are you going to release the Epstein files? And he said, yeah, but. He caught his tail. Yeah, but. It might, you know what I'm saying? It might be this Donald Trump. It might be some fake shit in there and it's going to hurt people's families and blah, blah, blah. But he said he'll release the Kennedy files and he'll release the MLK files. But the Epstein files, he was kind of, that's because he all up in that shit. And everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. The picture's been out for a long time. But right now, his own base is mad at him. And he ain't taking it well. MAGA is mad at Donald Trump and he ain't taking it well. Because Donald Trump, I mean, go check the videos. Donald Trump flip-flopping all over the motherfucking place like a big-ass fish out of water. Telling his supporters that if they think, you know what I'm saying, he don't need their support and all of this, and if they feel a certain way, he don't need their support and all of this and all of that. And then he turns around again and try to flip the shit back and say Obama and Clinton and them created the motherfucking files. It ain't no files. Epstein killed himself and that's it. And shut the fuck up. And that's what Donald Trump wants to try to shove down everybody's throat. And his supporters ain't having it. They ain't having it. Now, you know what I'm saying? This is all theater. You know what I'm saying? The real shit going with the boots on the ground type shit that ICE is doing. But this is the backdrop. Now, I don't know if anybody's seen these pictures, but they've been all over the internet for a long time with Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein and Trump all up at the motherfucking Lolita Express and all on the island and all of the bullshit there. Y'all know the stories. I did a couple videos on this. Donald Trump, look at the videos. Who the happiest motherfucker in the room? You feel me? Just it's all out there. Now, Donald Trump been given a lot of passes by his supporters. Otherwise, he wouldn't be back in the White House like he is. But this one here, some people are saying, I don't agree, but some people are saying he might not survive this scandal. So I'm like this. I want him to go ahead and finish sinking to the bottom. I don't want him to quit early. I don't want Donald Trump to have to resign because of this. I want Donald Trump funky ass to stay right there and face this humiliation. I want Donald Trump's ass to stay there for the next 3.5 years and face this humiliation and turn this country so far to the right until it can't go nowhere but left. You feel me? Because that way, this type of shit will never happen again. That might sound fucked up. to people who can't understand it. But that's the only way the paradigm shifts, is when you see how bad things can get if you go too far one way or the other. You feel me? Now, like I said, I'm a leftist. Don't get it twisted. I'm a leftist. I believe like leftists believe. Just know that. But I don't want Donald Trump to go nowhere, because I don't want his term to end early and wind up with a motherfucker who thinks just like Donald Trump, only smarter. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a motherfucker who thinks just like Donald Trump, only with 2 brain cells to rub together. You know, because then it shit just get turned up even more. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see happen. To see Donald Trump be brought down by something like his pecker, that would be kind of ironic. Donald Trump survived all the shit. He survived the coochie grabbing tape. He survived the sexual allegations that he was found responsible for. He survived 2 motherfucking impeachments, only to be brought down by his out of control behavior back in the day. He wasn't no fucking young man either. He knew better. Had been married, had children, everything. He knew better. He's out there cheating on his wife, paying off hookers, doing all kind of despicable shit, and talking about it and having a good time. He winded up back in the White House. And for all of that to come around, and after literally now walking through hell with gasoline drawers on, Donald Trump gets brought down by some bad behavior from 20, 30 years ago. It will serve him, right? That's what they do to Bill Cosby. That's what they did to R. Kelly. That's what they did to P. Diddy, or tried to do to P. Diddy. But he ain't out yet. You know what I mean? When at the end of the day, you get brought down by your goddamn third leg. Boy, I tell you. It would serve his ass right, though. It really would. It would serve him right, and it would serve the people who supported him the same way, because how could you not know Donald Trump was a dirty motherfucker? How could you not know that? And put Donald Trump back in the White House, and look how messed up things are. And you weren't, and you, the people that voted for Donald Trump, were warned. And he told y'all what he was going to do and what kind of person he was. But y'all didn't believe he was talking to y'all. Anyway, for the record, though, just so I'm on the record as saying, I don't want Donald Trump to leave office early. I think he all up in them motherfucking Jeffrey Epstein files. I think he a dirty ass individual who should have never been let back in power. Just saying. That's it for now, y'all. Thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.